I think, first of all, a lot of credit to UCLA. They played a very good football game. I think some of the keys to the ball game were really pretty clear. Their ability to extend drives, the third down efficiency, 9 of 16, and then their efficiency in the red zone, 5 of 6 in the red zone. Very clear. I felt like they did a nice job at the line of scrimmage on both sides of the ball, and I thought over time that took its toll on us. When we couldn't get off the field, some of the plays that were getting 1, 2, or 3 yards started to get 5, 6, 7, 8 yards. And then the perimeter screen game really hurt us. The ball got on the perimeter for them, and they were able to get yards and chunks in the screen game, which took its toll. It was a real swing in the game. With the turnover there in the second quarter, it was a bang-bang play. If it was or wasn't, they took advantage of it, and the score right at the end of the first half, and they came right back out and got another 7 to start the second half, and then we go 3 and out, and they get 7 more. Really was the entire ball game, and I will say this: I was proud of our guys, that their effort and their willingness to continue to compete late in the game, to battle. They were really good in the locker room. They were a team in the locker room, which, again, I commended them for. I was proud of them for. They came right together and hung as a team, which is a hard thing to do through disappointment, through adversity. But, again, I've been praising these guys for that all along. So, it's going to be a unique challenge for us. We got to get back up on the horse. And when there's this level of disappointment, it's going to take great leadership, and that starts with me getting these guys prepared to play Notre Dame next Saturday night.
Coach, I think it was the first touchdown pass for UCLA. I think it was Delusion. Was that a blown coverage? Because it seemed like he was wide open.
We fell down. We were man-to-man, and unfortunately our defensive back fell down.
Coach, can you describe the thought process, the fourth down early on, not kicking the field goal?
Yeah, we've been aggressive all year. If you followed us, we've been very aggressive. You don't change your philosophy and mindset from game to game. It's a personality trait. It's philosophically who we are. We felt good about the call. Hindsight's 20/20. I wish I could have made a better call there, but I don't question going for it at that time. It put UCLA in a long field situation. We ended up getting the ball back in pretty good field position after that.
Kind of a follow-up to that question. You used a running play. What did you see that you thought was executed?
We thought the running play was going to work. We thought we could get numbers there. We've been a very good power football team. It was a power play. We just lost at the point of attack. So, Cody we do a lot of run-pass options in those scenarios, and that was one of them. He made the right decision to run the ball, and, they made the play.
Steve, this is your first year back with the team, but that's 3 straight.
Right.
What has to change? What has to change for the Tide to turn in this kind of?
Well, I think one, we need to coach better, and 2, we need to play better. First of all, I mean, just look at in game. Obviously the game plan that we thought we had in all 3 phases, it wasn't good enough. We didn't play well enough to win. I do think that they did a nice job at the line of scrimmage on both sides of the ball. I thought their defensive line was very effective tonight. They did a good job defending the run. They got Cody off his spot and made it difficult on Cody. So we need to continue to mature up front on the offensive line. I think that'll help us. And then defensively, one of the keys, as you move forward is how do we continue to develop our defensive linemen and our secondary so that we can be more active, especially in the perimeter screen game. They ran, I don't know how many run-pass options tonight. Brett did a really good job of making good decisions based on that, and when they ran it, it was effective enough to make us commit to the run. And then when they threw the ball on the perimeter screens, they were getting yards in chunks. They weren't getting 2 and 3 yards. They were getting 8, 9, 15, 20-yard plays out of those things, which we have to find a way to do a better job of defending that.
Coach, you talk about those screens on the perimeter. That's kind of been a staple of
Yeah.
What makes that so tough to defend?
Well, they do a good job with their formations. Every week their formations change some. They do an excellent job with their motions, changing strengths. They go from 2x2s to 3x1s and vice versa. The quarterback you have to account for in the running game, because if you don't account for Brett in the running game, he'll pull it and run, which we saw on the 1 touchdown. So they spread you horizontally to defend the 3 receiver sets, they have a good run game with Perkins, and you have to defend Brett on the run. And so you just get deployed all over the field, which in turn creates a lot of space. And when good athletes have the ball in space, generally speaking, that's how you get big plays.
Why was Nelson a non-factor tonight? It seemed like he never got going.
Yeah, it was hard. We tried. Again, we knew coming in that this is an experienced coaching staff. They were going to have a plan for us, and they did a good job mixing things up. We had some things called. The ball couldn't get off. We couldn't get the ball thrown. And then he had a couple bang plays that he just, we couldn't make the play. And, I thought all in all, sometimes when you throw the ball so much to one guy, not necessarily always out of design, but that's what happened the last couple of weeks, that you can potentially fall into a little trap of that's where it should always go, where, we've got other really good players, and we're at our best, and I've said this all along, we're at our best when the ball is getting deployed to a variety of people. That makes us harder to defend, and we just couldn't really get that going, quite honestly, tonight.
Did you anticipate the ground under that 15-yard, touchdown that Huntley had? Do you think you did a pretty good job on him?
That was really his one real run tonight. It's unfortunate we didn't quite execute the call the way we would have liked it to, because really it should have been another handoff where he should hand the ball off, but we didn't get it done. And Brett is a good player. When you don't execute something right, good players take advantage of it, and he did on that play.
Did you anticipate having the problems protecting the quarterback?
We knew they were very good up front, and it was, the game, when you start falling behind and you become a little bit more one-dimensional, that's not a good place to be in against a good front with speed rushers like Hollins and McKinley and then Owa and those guys coming up in the inside. And they were able to pin their ears back when the game started going that way, and it made it really difficult on us.
The team's been outscored 58-24 in the last 2 minutes of halves this season, including the big Huntley touchdown tonight. Why do you think the team has struggled so much in that situation?
I don't know. I think there's a variety of things that go into it. They had a really good drive at the end of the first half, and it came right after a turnover where we were really moving the ball. We had a 1st and 10. I believe it was somewhere between the 30 and 40-yard line there. And they get the turnover, and then they just did a good job of utilizing the clock and getting it down inside 20 seconds, and then ultimately Brett throwing the touchdown pass with 13 seconds left. And it's just a good job of utilizing the clock and then extending those drives on 3rd down. And again, the numbers, 9 of 16 on 3rd down, that's not good for us defensively. And we've been an excellent 3rd down team all year, but tonight just wasn't our night on 3rd down.
Let's do one more.
What's the thought process now going into Notre Dame? How do you get everybody back together? What's it going to be like this week?
Well, that process is already underway, and like I said, by the time I even came out to meet the team, they were already huddled up as tight as we've been all year, and that's where it begins. That through adversity, through tough times like this, is when we need to be even closer as a team, and that is the first step. Now we got to, 1, fix some of the issues that we had tonight, 2, get healthy with any injuries that we might have, and then 3, prepare really well. It'll be a great night. It'll be senior night at the Coliseum next Saturday night, playing Notre Dame. And so, as I told the team, we're not dead. We lost a football game. We're not dead. We'll bounce back.
Thank you.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you, Coach.